I'm going to give you some advice about optimizing your YouTube videos and YouTube channel in general. And these are really general pieces of advice. And if you've taken a YouTube course, if you're a YouTube expert, this is not for you. This is for those of you who posted a few videos up and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm consistently posting videos up now. I've got a podcast, I've got a video cast, I'm doing these things. So I'm consistently posting them, but I don't feel like it's working and I want to optimize it. So here are the 5 things you can do that are going to be the most effective results for optimizing your YouTube channel, not as an influencer, not to make money on your YouTube. That's a whole different class. That's a whole different set of advice. This is for those of you who just want to optimize it for the real viewers and clients you want to attract. Someone who's going to watch it all the way through and then come back to your website and buy from you, buy your courses, buy your programs. That's what I'm discussing here today. So the 5 things you can do to optimize your YouTube and make your videos and your playlists more viewable are, number 1, do a better job of titling. Title using keywords, title using questions, and then your video is the answer. Title using something much more long. You have more room to move than you think. You've got more characters than you probably think you do, and then you're utilizing right now. So use them. Use really great descriptions. If I'm going to describe this video here on YouTube, I'm going to say how to optimize YouTube videos for podcasters, or how to optimize YouTube videos to get more viewers, right? I'm describing what it is and what's the benefit. Why should you watch the video? Those are things. Or if you've got something set in time, make sure you put that it's, this year, right now, 2023, whatever it is that you need to make sure that they know that this is relevant to this moment in time will also help you if you put that into the title. So improve your titles, use more characters. Number 2, do better descriptions. Like, actually do a description. This should be like 3 to 5 sentences. There are people who do much longer descriptions and everything, and that's a whole different category of people. I'm not suggesting you do that. At minimum, I think you should have 3 sentences. One that tells you like what the video is about. You're reiterating it, but not from the title, more in a sentence structure. Then you're going to say why you're the expert, or what expertise you're bringing to it, or what they're, what advice is coming in this. So in case it's not about you, maybe it's somebody you interviewed and it's their advice, put their name in there. So that should be in the second sentence. And the third one is, what's the benefit for me, the viewer, if I watch this video? What's the outcome? What am I going to prevent? What dangers am I going to prevent? What benefits am I going to receive? That should be in the third sentence. Then you need to put your call to action. What do you want them to do after this video? Do you want them to subscribe and watch more videos? Give them another video to watch. What's next? Send them to your website. Suggest a course if that's what the video is a tip for. Suggest a program. Suggest something, but give a call to action that sends them somewhere else, not to just that watch that video and be done. Send them somewhere so that you can sell them more. The third thing that you should do is have thumbnails. Thumbnails do great. Have thumbnails that are just more so that not every video is a picture of your head. Now, sometimes a picture of your head's great, but maybe you want a little title below it, or the keyword below it, or put some graphics in it. So there are theories about thumbnails on YouTube, but we find that ones that have some kind of consistency to branding, but don't look exactly the same every time, and have a combination of your picture or the person speaking and text combined, do better with thumbnails. So try that out. Create a consistent brand, create a style of what you'd like to do there, and create something, and then mix it up a little bit. Put the title at the bottom, title at the side, title above your head, like put it in different places to mix it up so that they make sure that the video doesn't look exactly the same each time. So I don't think I'm seeing the same thing again and again. So that's important as well. Number 4, organize everything better. Create categories and playlists. If you've got YouTube shorts, put them in the shorts area. If you've got a podcast, make it a YouTube podcast playlist. We have a whole resource video on how to do that if you want to learn how to do that. So just make and organize everything that you're doing. Make sure that your brand profile is set up. Make sure you're naming those playlists something that's valuable and understandable. And if you are doing YouTube shorts, if you're doing under 90 seconds, under 2 minutes, if you've got short videos that are excerpts from a longer video, link the two together. Take the short video and say, if you're interested in that description that you have for the short, if you're interested in learning more, here's the full podcast episode, the full video cast episode, the full webinar that this came from. Give them the link to the other video. So post your long one up, then post your short one up, connect the two. This organization is going to help people go through your library better, go through your channel better, and learn more about you, and then come out on the other side. So speaking of coming out on the other side, as I mentioned multiple times here, our number 5 is to connect to your website. And I told you to do that in there, but we want to connect the website to the YouTube channel as well. So we want to go both directions, right? We want the videos to send them to your website through the descriptions and the calls to action. And we want the website to send people to the YouTube channel. So not only should you have your YouTube channel, like, way up at the top with all your social links so that people can find it, but you want to have a blog for every video because Google owns YouTube. And when you have a blog and videos together, you get bonus points on both sides. So it's valuable to connect the two pieces. So make sure that you put blogs from your videos is an extremely valuable tip. You want to embed the YouTube video playlist. You want to just embed the video. If you're doing a single blog, if you're doing a landing page or some kind of page within your site, you might want an entire YouTube playlist there. But talking about the single blog, you want to use a consistent title so that there's a similarity in the title of your blog to the video, that you've got a transcript, or we call it a verbal SEO, a verbal search engine optimized blog, where you don't have Tracy : and my guest : you don't do any of that. It looks like a blog. So check out this resource and check out what we've done below our video here. This is exactly the model. Just do what we've done here, create the video, embed it, and then have the text that comes from it. So what you're already seeing right here in our blog post, if you're not watching this on YouTube, you might want to click through in our description, go to the blog post for this, figure it out, and combine the two together. When you make a cross-linking, you're going to get more effectiveness from your YouTube channel with driving you new clients, new business, new sales, and really building a community that's doing something, not just views on YouTube. So I hope this helps you optimize your YouTube channel and your YouTube videos.